Good day everyone, I'm Kenjishwara Sanabe, and today we will be presenting to you our database that will benefit our rural health unit to have a better handling of documents and record. So in this video, we will be discussing about the structure of our database including the entity relationship diagram. Ms. Shindy and Lynette will discuss it for you.
We saw that the documents in the health center was not organized. The health professionals, purchasers, patients, and others continue to be frustrated in their attempts to acquire health information because of many documents that takes their time before they can find it. There is a case also that the documents of the patients went missing, so that we conducted this system to help the RHU to lessen their problem and help them to have an organized and easy to find documents. In that way, they can easily determine and acquire the information of the patient and to avoid confusion with regards to the information they have. Lastly, the RHU can preserve the information or documents of the patient.
The general intent of this study is to have an organized documents as well as make it easier to acquire information about the patient, avoid confusion, and preserving the information and documents of the patient in the health center.
Now, we will going to explain the structure of our entity relationship diagram. As you can see, we have four entities. First, the location. Second, the patient information. Third, doctor findings. And lastly, the medicine.
In the first entity, we have four attributes, namely barangay ID as primary key, name of barangay, barangay captain, and number of residents. For the second entity, we have five attributes, which are the patient ID as primary key, name of patient, gender, birth date, and barangay ID as foreign key.
For the third entity, we have 8 attributes, namely patient ID as foreign key, temperature, height, weights, symptoms, findings, meds ID as foreign key, as well as the date and time. As for the last entity, we have 3 attributes, the meds ID as primary key, medicine name, and the date taken. For the relationship, Lynette and Neil will discuss it for you.
The relationship of the location to patient is zero or many because the location can exist without patient, so every location minimum of 0 patients and max of many. Next, the relationship of patient to location, we put one and only one because that particular patient should only have one location, or we can say address. It's not right if the patient has many address, right? So it's one and only one.
Now let's move on to the relationship of patient to doctor findings. For their relationship, we put one or many because the patient can have one doctor findings or it can be many. The relationship of doctor findings to the patient is one and only one because the doctor findings should only refer to that particular patient. It's not right if the doctor findings are for many patients, right? So we can say that the findings of the doctor should only for one particular patient.
So for the relationship between the doctor findings to medicine is going to be a minimum of one and a maximum of many. Because for every medicine there should be at least one doctor findings and many doctor findings. Lastly, the relationship between medicine to doctor findings is 0 or many. Because not every doctor findings there is a medicine recommended. Like not every checkup of the patient there should be a medicine that should be given. So imagine if our rural health unit go paperless on their documents and records. Wouldn't that be much easier for them to store, organize, and manage data, right? Instead of finding that one document for one person through a whole bunch of paper documents, they can just use our database to save time and effort to lessen their work. Therefore, we conclude that our database plays a vital role in storing, organizing, and managing data for our rural health unit. So that will be all. Thank you for joining us.